Feel that. Before we speak of planets, before we speak of destiny, I need you to feel that in your body. There is a heat that has been building in you for weeks, perhaps longer. It is not a gentle warmth. It is a low, insistent hum of a furnace just before the bellows are pushed. For some of you, it is coiling in your solar plexus, a knot of fire just beneath your ribs that makes it hard to take a full breath. For others, it lives in your hips, a deep, ancient ache that makes you want to either run or fall to your knees. And for some, it is behind your eyes, a pressure that comes with a strange clarity, a feeling that you are seeing the architecture of your life for the first time, and you are noticing all the places where the walls are not sound. Do not dismiss this. This is not anxiety. It is not stress. It is not a symptom of a life poorly lived. This sensation is a signal. It is evidence. It is the first tremor of a tectonic plate shifting deep beneath the continent of your identity. It is the physical manifestation of a celestial event that has been gathering momentum for months and which reaches its absolute irreversible apex within the next 48 hours. This is the body registering a truth before the mind has given it language. Your blood knows. Your bones remember. On Friday the 13th, something rare and potent occurs. Mars, the planet of action, of severance, of sacred fire and raw, unnegotiable will, comes to stand in the exact same degree of the sky as the north node of the moon. And this is not just any place in the sky. It is happening in Aries, the sign of the warrior, the pioneer, the self, the sign that Mars calls home. This is the god of war returning to his own throne and finding the compass of destiny, the North Node, waiting for him. The North Node in the ancient Vedic traditions is called Rahu, the dragon's head. It is not a planet, but a point of pure gravitational force. It is the direction your soul is being pulled in this lifetime. It is the curriculum you came here to learn, the hunger you came here to finally feed. It is the future calling you forward, even if it means leaving the comfort of the past, the South Node, behind. When Mars, the planet of the sword, conjoins the North Node, the compass of fate, it is a moment of profound and dangerous alignment. The sword is placed directly onto the map of your future. It points to a single spot and says, "Here. This is the battle you must now fight. This is the cord you must now cut. This is the fire you must now walk through." And it happens on a Friday, a day ruled by Venus, the planet of love, value, and harmony. And on the 13th day, a number so steeped in the mythology of the sacred feminine, of endings and beginnings, that it has been deliberately maligned for centuries. This is not a day of bad luck. It is a day when the veil thins. It is a day when what is hidden is revealed, when the feminine power of receiving and the masculine power of acting come into a sacred, volatile union. So you see, that heat in your body is not random. It is the forge being lit. It is the alchemical fire preparing the metal of your being for a transformation. Over the next 2 days, a key is being forged. Mars is the fire and the hammer. The North Node is the karmic blueprint for the key's teeth. Your own courage is the metal. This key is being made to open a single door, a door you have been standing in front of, perhaps for your entire life, pretending not to see. A door you told yourself was locked forever. A door you convinced yourself led nowhere you wanted to go. The universe is about to call your bluff. This energy will touch everyone, but for 4 signs of the zodiac, it is not a touch. It is a summons. It is a hand on the back, pushing you over a threshold you have only dreamt of. If you are one of these 4, you have already felt it most acutely. The restless sleep, the sudden urges, the conversations replaying in your mind, The feeling of being both terrified and exhilaratingly alive. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. For you, this is not a transit. This is an initiation. Stay with me. I'm going to walk you through what this means, and I'm going to give you the tools not just to survive it, but to wield it. The gate does not stay open forever. For you, Aries, this is happening in your house of self, your first house. This is the epicenter. The forge is in your living room. The heat is not just in your solar plexus, it is your entire being, threatening to combust. For you, the last few years have been a lesson in waiting, in patience, in being forced to collaborate and compromise. You have felt dulled, your blade stored in a sheath, your instincts questioned by others and, worse, by yourself. You have been told your fire is too much, your immediacy is reckless, your desire is selfish. And a part of you, a tired part, started to believe it. You have been living a half-life, a translated version of yourself, edited for the comfort of others. This conjunction of Mars, your ruling planet, on your north node in your own sign is the breaking of that spell. It is the sound of 1,000 chains snapping at once. It is a current of pure, unadulterated life force flooding back into your veins. The question this transit asks of you is the most terrifying and liberating question of all. Who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when you stop apologizing for the space you take up? Who are you when you finally answer the call you have been hearing since you were a child? There is a path, a venture, a declaration of identity that you have been holding back. You told yourself it was not the right time, that you were not ready, that you needed more experience, more permission, more validation. That was the voice of the past. That was the voice of the South Node in Libra, the part of you that has learned to define yourself through the eyes of another. Mars is here to burn that voice to ash. It says, permission is not given, it is claimed. Readiness is not a state you arrive at, it is an act you commit to. The unnamed truth you must face is your own terror of your power. You are not afraid of failing, Aries. You are terrified of succeeding, because your success will require you to leave behind the person everyone thought you were. It will demand a shedding of a skin, and the people who loved the old skin may not recognize what emerges. This Mars conjunction is giving you the sword to cut yourself free from the expectation of others. The battle is not with an external enemy. The battle is with the polite, accommodating ghost you have been pretending to be. Your body knows this. The fire in your gut is the pilot light of your true will, finally reignited. Do not mistake it for anger. It is life force. Do not try to suppress it. Breathe into it. Let it burn away the doubt. Over the next 48 hours, an opportunity will present itself. It may not look like a grand gate opening. It might be a quiet moment of choice, a phone call you can make or ignore, an email you can send or save in drafts, a conversation you can initiate or avoid for the 100th time. It will be a moment where you can choose the familiar comfort of the past, or you can take one small, terrifying step in the direction of your North Node. Mars will give you the courage. All you have to do is use it. This is not about burning bridges. This is about finally walking across the one that leads back to yourself. The ancient warriors knew that the most important battle was the one for one's own soul. Yours is happening now. For you, Cancer, this energy strikes the very root of your chart. Your fourth house of home, family, ancestry, and emotional foundation. But it also strikes your 10th house of career and public life by opposition, where the South Node lies. For years, you have been building. You have been striving for a public identity, for a career that would make you feel secure seen and respected. You have poured your nurturing energy outward, into your work, into your reputation, into creating a structure that looks safe from the outside. And you have succeeded. But you have done so at a cost. The heat you are feeling is in your belly, in the base of your spine. It is a deep, subterranean rumbling. It is the feeling of a foundation cracking. You are looking at the beautiful house you built, your career, your public persona, and you are realizing it is built on land that can no longer sustain it. The roots are not deep enough. The well is running dry. This Mars-North Node conjunction is a seismic event in your inner world. It is here to force a reckoning with your true meaning of home. Not the physical house, not even the family you were born into, but the home within yourself, the place from which all your strength is drawn. For too long, you have sought your security in external validation, in titles, in achievements. You have been mothering your career, while your own inner child has felt abandoned. This transit says, the work is no longer out there. The work is in here. Mars in Aries in your 4th house is a call to action concerning your past. It is a demand to excavate, to face the inherited patterns, the ancestral wounds, the family dynamics that you have been politely papering over for your entire adult life. There is a truth in your lineage that needs to be spoken. There is a pattern you have been unconsciously repeating, a burden you have been carrying that was never yours to hold. Mars is handing you a shovel and a sword. The shovel is to dig up the truth. The sword is to cut the energetic cord, to declare with love and with finality, this stops with me. This is not about blame. This is about liberation. The reversal statement for you is this: you do not have to destroy your career to find your home. You have to find your home to save your career. The strength you need for the next chapter of your public life can only be sourced from a place of authentic emotional security, and that security cannot be found in a job title or a paycheck. It can only be forged in the fires of your own emotional truth. The unnamed truth you must face is a feeling of deep inner exile, a sense of homelessness that no external success has been able to soothe. You have been trying to earn your place at a table that was never meant to feed you. The invitation now is to build your own. This may mean a radical shift in your career path, one that aligns more with your soul than your resume. It may mean having a difficult conversation with a family member that changes the dynamic forever. It may mean creating a new definition of family, one based on soul connection rather than blood. The river goddess of your sign is being asked to change her course. It is a violent, chaotic process. Old banks will be flooded. Familiar landscapes will disappear. But in their place, a new, more fertile delta will be formed. Do not fear the flood, Cancer. You are made of water. Let it carry you home. The destination is not a place. It is a feeling. The feeling of being completely and utterly rooted in your own truth. That is the only foundation that will never crack. For you, Libra, the scales are about to be broken. This celestial fire is blazing across the axis of your identity. With the North Node and Mars in your 7th house of partnership, marriage, and contracts, and the South Node in your 1st house of self, the universe is delivering a clear and urgent message. The era of defining yourself through another person is over. It has expired. For years, perhaps your entire life, you have sought balance. You have been the diplomat, the mediator, the peacekeeper. You have an exquisite sensitivity to the needs and desires of others. You can see every side of an issue, and your instinct is always to find the middle ground, the compromise that keeps the peace. This is a beautiful gift, but it has also become your beautiful cage. In your pursuit of harmony in your relationships, you have sacrificed something essential, your own forward momentum. your own destiny. You have been living on the south node in your first house, clinging to an old identity, while your soul's future, the north node, is waiting for you across the bridge in the territory of partnership. But this is the paradox. To truly step into the north node in your seventh house, you must first integrate the highest expression of your first house. You must know who you are, what you want, and where you are going before you can meet another in a truly balanced way. Mars conjunct the north node in Aries is a confrontation. It is a lightning bolt striking the scales of justice. It is here to inject raw, unapologetic truth into your most significant relationships. The heat you are feeling is in your throat, in your chest. It is the pressure of unspoken words. It is the ache of a heart that has been compromising its own truth for too long. This is not about fighting. Mars in Aries is not just a brute, he is a god of decisive clarity. This is about bringing a radical honesty to the table. The reversal is this. True partnership is not found in losing yourself in another. It is found in two sovereign beings choosing to walk side by side. For too long, you have been walking behind or allowing another to set the pace. This transit is a call to step up, to match their stride, or, if necessary, to choose your own path entirely. The unnamed truth you must confront is the relationship in your life that is built on an old contract. A contract you signed years ago, perhaps without even realizing it. A contract that says, I will stay small so you can feel big. I will silence my desires so yours can be met. I will postpone my destiny to support yours. Mars is here to set that contract on fire. This could manifest in a business partnership, a marriage, or a deep friendship. You know which one it is. It is the one that leaves you feeling drained, unseen, and slightly unreal. It is the one where the scales are perpetually tipped. Over the next 48 hours, the universe will conspire to bring this imbalance to a head. An event will occur, a conversation will be forced, and you will be faced with a choice. You can continue to play the role of the peacekeeper, swallowing your truth to maintain a false harmony. Or you can speak. You can put your sword on the scale. You can say with as much love and as much clarity as you can muster, this is no longer in balance. This is what I need. This is where I am going. Will you come with me as an equal? The outcome is not yours to control. Their reaction is not your responsibility. Your only duty right now is to your own soul's evolution. Some partnerships will be reforged in this fire, becoming stronger and more authentic than ever before. Others will be severed. Both outcomes are a grace. Because what is waiting for you is a relationship built not on compromise, but on mutual, exhilarating expansion. First, you must be willing to disrupt the peace. True harmony is not silence. It is the sound of two honest voices singing their own notes and finding they create a beautiful chord. And for you, Capricorn, the master builder, the architect of reality, this conjunction is a wrecking ball to the tower you have so painstakingly constructed. It is striking the very foundation of your chart, your fourth house of home and roots, which means it is in direct, explosive opposition to your 10th house of career and public legacy, where you have lived for so long. You understand structure better than anyone. You know how to climb, how to achieve, how to delay gratification in service of a long-term goal. You have built an impressive life, a career, a reputation, a legacy that is solid, respectable, and secure. From the outside, you are the epitome of success. But I need you to be honest with yourself, just for this moment. When you are alone in the quiet of the night, and you look at the magnificent structure you have built, does it feel like a home, or does it feel like a tomb? The heat you are feeling is deep in your bones, a weariness that sleep does not touch. It is in your spine, the very pillar that has held you up for so long, which now aches with an unbearable weight. This is the weight of an ambition that no longer feeds your soul. This is the exhaustion of climbing a mountain only to get to the summit and realize it was the wrong one. Mars conjunct the North Node in your fourth house is a call to come home. It is a primal, non-negotiable summons to turn your attention away from the public world and toward your private, inner landscape. It is asking you to redefine the very meaning of success. For years, success has been an external metric for you, a title, an award, a number in a bank account. The universe is now presenting you with a new definition. Success is a feeling of being at home in your own skin. Success is a life built on a foundation of emotional honesty. Success is the courage to honor your own private needs, your own vulnerability, your own lineage. The unnamed truth you must face is that you have been hiding from your own heart. You have used work and ambition as a shield, a way to avoid the messy, unpredictable, and often painful realm of your own emotional world and your family's past. You told yourself it was strength. You told yourself it was discipline. But it was also fear. Mars is here to break down the door to that hidden room inside you. It is time to face what you have locked away. This transit will demand that you make a radical choice about your work-life balance, but it is deeper than that. It is about shifting the entire center of gravity of your life. It may mean walking away from a career that looks perfect on paper but is draining your life force. It may mean saying no to a promotion in order to say yes to your family or to yourself. It may mean finally dealing with a deep-seated wound from your childhood, a dynamic with a parent that has been shaping all of your decisions without your conscious knowledge. The reversal statement for you, Capricorn, is this: your greatest legacy will not be what you build in the world. It will be the wholeness you build within yourself. The courage you demonstrate in the next few months to dismantle a life that is no longer true will be the most powerful thing you ever create. It will ripple out and give others permission to do the same. Do not mistake this demolition for failure. The tower must fall so that you can find the earth again, so that you can build something new, something smaller perhaps, but something alive, something with a hearth and a garden, something that is not a monument, but a home. The world does not need another one of your achievements. It needs your heart. This is your chance to finally give it to yourself. Now, for all of you, but especially for these 4 signs, this is not a passive event. This is a co-creation. The celestial energies are lighting the forge, but you are the smith. You must pick up the hammer. I am going to give you a practice, a ritual to perform over the next 3 days. Do not treat this lightly. This is a way to consciously and physically anchor this potent energy into your life. It is a way of telling the universe that you are ready. On Thursday night, the night before the conjunction, your work is preparation. Find a key. It can be an old key from a drawer, a decorative key, any key that you can hold in your hand. This key represents the door that you know you need to open. Sit with it. Feel its weight, its temperature, its history. Then, take a small piece of paper. On this paper, you will write the unnamed truth. You will give language to the door. Write down the decision you have been avoiding, the conversation you have been dreading, the path you have been afraid to take. Be brutally, terrifyingly honest. No one else will see this. Fold the paper and keep it with the key. Place them beside your bed as you sleep. Your subconscious will begin to work with the intention. On Friday, the 13th, the day of the conjunction, you will perform the forging. Find a time when you will not be disturbed. You will need the key, the paper, and a single candle. Light the candle. Unfold the paper and read the words aloud. Speak them into the room. Give them voice. Give them life. Feel the vibration of the truth in your chest. Then, take the key. Carefully, Hold it in the air just above the candle's flame. Let it grow warm in your hand, not so hot that it burns you, but warm enough that you can feel the energy, the heat, the fire of Mars. As the key warms, close your eyes and state your intention. If you are an Aries, you might say, I claim my power and my path. If you are a Cancer, I build my home within myself. If you are a Libra, I speak my truth with clarity and courage. If you are a Capricorn, I release what is built on fear and return to my soul's foundation. Use your own words. Speak from the fire in your belly. Feel the heat from the flame infusing the metal of the key, sealing your intention into its very molecular structure. This is the moment of alchemy. This is the moment the key is consecrated to its purpose. Once you are done, extinguish the flame. Keep the key and the paper with you for the rest of the day. On Saturday, the day after, your work is to ground the intention. This is the unlocking. You must take the key and the folded paper to a place where you can touch the raw earth. A park, a forest, your own garden. Find a spot that feels right. With your own hands, dig a small hole in the soil. Place the folded paper into the earth. This is the old story, the fear, the hesitation. You are returning it to the earth to be composted, to be transformed into new life. As you cover it with soil, thank it for the lessons it taught you. Then, take the newly forged key. Press it into the soil that covers the paper for a few moments. Let it connect the celestial fire of your intention with the grounding, tangible reality of the earth. You are bridging the worlds. Then, pick the key up. This key is now yours to keep. It is no longer just a piece of metal. It is a talisman. It is a physical reminder of the decision you made, the door you have committed to opening. Put it on your altar, in your pocket, or on a chain around your neck. When you feel doubt creeping back in, hold it. Feel the warmth that you sealed within it. Remember the promise you made to yourself in the fire. You must understand, you did not find this message by accident. You were not led here by an algorithm. Something in you, a deep and ancient part of your soul, recognized that the forge was being lit. It heard the distant sound of a hammer striking an anvil, and it guided you here, to this moment, to these words. Because you were ready to be given the language for what your body was already screaming. You were ready for permission to feel what you were already feeling. What is happening is not a punishment. It is not a test you can fail. It is a grace. It is an acceleration. The universe is offering you a shortcut, a wormhole to a future that might have taken you another decade to reach. But shortcuts are not always easy. They are often steep, and they require you to leave behind heavy baggage. The fear you feel is real. It is the ego's terror of dissolution. Let it be there. Do not fight it, but do not let it drive. Your soul is at the wheel now, and it has been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. The courage required is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear, the trembling, the uncertainty, and taking the step anyway. Courage is speaking the truth with a shaking voice. Courage is choosing the unknown path over the familiar, soul-crushing prison. You have this courage. It is in your blood, in your bones. It is your birthright. In the days and weeks to come, as you walk through this new door, remember the feeling of the warm key in your hand. Remember the fire. You are not just a passive recipient of fate. You are a co-creator, a smith, an alchemist. You are forging your destiny in the sacred fire of your own will. This is the great work. If these words have found their mark in you, if you feel the resonance of this truth, I invite you to make a declaration. To anchor your intention not just in private ritual, but in public witness. Go to the comments below and write, "The key is forged." By doing this, you are not just speaking for yourself, you are creating a tapestry of courage. Someone beneath your words, someone who is feeling lost and afraid, will see your declaration and find a flicker of their own strength. Your act of courage becomes a gift to another. Hours were spent in the quiet, listening to the planets, reading the ancient texts so that the course for you would be clear. If this guidance has served you, subscribe and press the bell so that you do not miss the next map when it is drawn. The path forward will require guidance, and I am here to walk it with you. Hold fast. Be brave. The fire is not here to burn you. It is here to purify you. It is here to remind you of the unbreakable, unquenchable light that you are. The key is forged. Now, walk through the door.